Hello? Can anyone hear me? Hello, heroes, and welcome to your first mission. I'm so sorry about the static and the delay. Ever since Maximoff and Thanos, headquarters has been kind of staticky. Your mission, right. It appears here that you are due to finally meet some of the supers and train with the captain? Moving on up. There's also a secret mission that will be disclosed to you by the captain, so make sure not to end your transmission too early. I'm gonna get you all patched through to your first hero, so just sit tight while I get it all connected.
Hello, heroes. It is so nice to be here with you today. I thought while we wait for my friends to return from their missions that I could share one of my favorite stories with you, the Butterfly Battle. Now for the story time, we need to have our super hearing on. Is it on? Are you ready? Let's go. It was a bright, sunny day at Superhero High School. The young hero Bumblebee was giving a presentation in science class about alien butterflies. Space monarchs migrate across our solar system as part of their life cycle, she explained. They visit Earth once every 100 years. My research shows that they'll be landing in Metropolis this week. Everybody was excited. Word spread quickly and people from all over came to see the butterflies. I think I see one, Batgirl cried, but it was just Beast Boy having a little fun. Then, just as predicted, hundreds of space monarchs landed near the school. They were more incredible than the heroes had imagined. They sparkled in the sun like jewels. Suddenly, the Save the Day alarm rang. Bumblebee pointed to a giant bug in the sky. That's the Mothwing, Batgirl said. And that means killer moth. Get ready for trouble. You see the bug? Killer Moth's ship sprayed thin white strands over the crowd. The stuff was sticky. Help, people cried. The more they struggled, the more tangled they became. It's like a spider web. The Mothwing landed. Killer Moth stepped out with a large net. He began scooping up the butterflies. The secrets of the space monarchs will be mine, the villain cheered. I can't believe he's trying to steal all the space monarchs. Batgirl quietly reached into her utility belt and she cut the heroes loose. Help free the others, Bumblebee whispered to her friends. I have a plan. Bumblebee shrank to bee size and hid among the butterflies. Killer Moth didn't see her. He scooped her right up into his net. Oh, my little friends, Killer Moth whispered when his net was full. I need to know how you survive in outer space. Then I can make a super suit 1,000 times more powerful than any of those heroes. That doesn't sound good. Not so fast, Bumblebee yelled. Growing back to her normal size, she ripped through the net. Then she used her blasters to blow the plane door open. I pulled out my lasso of truth, and Batgirl prepared a net, and we were ready for action. The butterflies flew free from the ship. Bumblebee and Killer Moth came crashing out of the moth wing, and Batgirl did a backflip and swung her net. I tied the villain tight with my lasso. Excellent save, team, Principal Waller said. I'm nominating you all for... What do you think we're being nominated for? Hero of the Moth! I think they meant Hero of the Month. Everyone laughed, and the monarchs returned to the stars. Now, thank you so much for letting me share that story with all of you. You know, I think my favorite part of that story is how we all worked together to stop Killer Moth. I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I do. This is Wonder Woman, signing off.
Hello, heroes in training. I hope this transmission is reaching you safely. Headquarters has informed me that you've not yet chosen your superhero names. Selecting a superhero name is crucial because it protects your civilian identity. Now, I think Headquarters has a table put together to help you with this journey.
Yeah, it should be coming in right now.
Okay, great. I see it now. Thank you. All right, so there are two parts to this table. The first part stands for the initial of your first name, and the second is for the initial of your last name. So, for example, if my name was Kate Smith, my first initial is K, and my last initial is S. So that means my name is Galactic Cobra. Feel free to pause this so you can take a longer look at the table, or feel free to make up your own name. Now that your civilian identities are safe, it's time to talk about the emblem. Every super has one, and they're very important. Take Batman, for example. When the people of Gotham are in trouble, they project his bat signal up into the night sky so that he knows that they need his help. That gives me a good idea. How about we make our own bat signals? Here's what you'll need.
Alright, supers, you're going to need your bat template, some construction paper for your night sky, a sponge, scissors, straws, some stir sticks, some cups or a paper plate, and your choice of paint colors.
Have all of your supplies ready? Super. First, we'll start out by cutting out our bat emblem. I recommend using a paper like cardboard or cardstock, something just a little bit thicker so that the paint doesn't seep through. Super job cutting out your bat insignias. I have mine already. So first, you're going to take your bat insignias, maybe put a little bit of tape on the back, it helps it stay where you want it, and place it on your night sky paper. So wherever you want it, I'm just going to go right down the middle. Right, and mine looks like this. Next, it's the fun part. We get to add the color. I picked 3 colors that I really like, but you can pick whatever colors you would like. And if you don't have paint, if you have chalk or crayons or markers, all you have to do is just place your bat insignias and then draw all over it in whatever colors you like. It looks just the same and it's great. All right, so on this side, I'm going to use the straw splatter method, and on this side, I'm going to use the sponge method. So with the straw splatter method, you're going to want to mix the paint with just a little bit of water to give it a consistency that's a little bit more runny than paint, but not too watery, just like this. And then with the sponge method, you're going to take a sponge, dip it in the paint, and go all over the page. And you don't have to adjust the paint at all, you can just keep it as normal paint. And then with the straw splatter method, you take your watery paint, dollop it on the page, and then take a straw and blow really hard through the straw so that you get a cool splatter method. And you might have to blow around the edges of the paint to get that splatter. All right, here we go. I'm going to start with the straw splatter method first. Oh, and here's a tip. If you want your paint to not go under the edges, make sure that you hold the bat symbol down. All right, here we go. Now it's time for some green. Great job! Now I'm going to use the sponge method. Awesome job. That was so much fun. This is what mine turned out like. So the yellow one, I didn't hold the bat down as hard as I should have, so it turned out a little bit wonky, but we all still had fun, so that's okay. And you can figure out what method you like best, or create your own method. Now, I think it's time to meet another hero. It was so much fun talking to you today. Goodbye!
Looks like I got back just in the nick of time. I heard you all did a super job making your bat signals. I bet you need a short break before your training with Cap. Here's one of my favorite stories. And guess what? I'm in it. It's called The Widow's Sting. I was casually swinging through the streets of New York City. It was the weekend and crime fighting had been kinda quiet. Not that I was complaining. Sometimes a superhero could use a nice day of just wall crawling and web slinging. Looking down, I thought I saw a familiar face in the shadows, and I took a swing over to get a closer look. Landing on top of the building, I found myself face to face with the famous Avenger, Black Widow. "Hey Widow, making the rounds," I asked. "Having a slow day. How about you?" First, Black Widow looked surprised to see me, but then she smiled. "I guess it is a rather light day, isn't it?" she agreed. I noticed that she was staring at something, so I followed her gaze to the Avengers Tower in the distance. "If you're looking to head home soon, I could give you a ride, Spidey style." She smiled. Yes, that would be wonderful to see the Avengers again. Again, I thought. But Black Widow is an Avenger. Wouldn't she be there all the time? But, you know, not being an Avenger myself, I sort of shrugged it off. Black Widow climbed onto my back, and I said, "Hold on," and we swung towards the tower. When we arrived at the tower, I walked up to the security door and placed my hand on the scanner. "Avengers guest, Spider-Man." "Identity confirmed. Welcome," the computerized voice said. What a friendly building, I thought. The doors opened, and I began to walk inside. Black Widow started to follow, but then I said, "Hey, don't you have to check in?" She lifted her cold eyes to mine, and my spidey sense tingled. "Of course," she said, placing her hand on the security scanner, and the alarm started to sound. "Identity unknown! Intruder alert! Intruder alert!" Black Widow, or whoever the imposter was, suddenly raised her arm and destroyed the scanner with a wrist blaster. "Hey, that was a very friendly computer. You didn't have to blow it up, fake Widow." The Black Widow imposter lunged at me, and she was trying to get into the tower. I fired a web towards her, but she vaulted through the air and landed gracefully on her feet behind me. "Thanks for the ride, Spider-Man. You even held the door for me, such a gentleman." Black Widow ran towards the open door only to have it slammed in her face. Ha! Guess you're not on the guest list. Frustrated, the false Black Widow blasted at the doors, but they didn't budge. "Keep knocking. I don't think they're going to let you in," I said. As the Spider-Man and the imposter began to fight, a familiar-looking shield blocked one of the blasts that was about to hit me. Another bolt of energy came shooting down from above, landing near the imposter's feet. Who do you think it could be? A shield and a blaster? Looking up, I saw my two Avenger friends coming to help me out. Captain America and Iron Man. "Boy, am I glad to see you guys," I said. "Oh, and even though it looks like it, that's not Black Widow." "We know," said Cap. "The real Black Widow is away on a mission." "That and this Widow is trying to blast you," Iron Man said, and flew down to face whoever the impersonating fellow Avenger was. The false Black Widow flipped and dodged Cap's shield, as she fired her wrist blaster at Iron Man. If only you'd have stepped aside and let me in, you spider fool. That's not very nice at all. Sorry, rules are rules. I don't want to lose my guest pass. Dodging one of the phony widow blasts, Iron Man drove down and the imposter was just too fast, flipping over him and grabbing onto his back. You shouldn't give rides to Avengers, Iron Man, the villain said. Suddenly, Captain America's shield flew from behind and struck the imposter in the knees, knocking her to the ground with a thud. Swinging into action, I quickly webbed up the evildoer's hands and jammed their wrist blasters. I think it's about time we find out who's behind this Black Widow mask. I pulled off the imposter's hair, and instead of a wig coming off in my hands, the foe's entire body changed. Where Black Widow had been, there now lay the pale-faced villain, the Chameleon. The Chameleon was a master of disguise, and his suit gave him the ability to take on the form of anyone. I thought Black Widow was looking a little pale today, I said. And then you nearly fell for it too, the Chameleon snarled. As Iron Man flew away with the Chameleon, I turned to Captain America. I hope this doesn't mean I'm banned from Avengers Tower. Cap laughed. Spider-Man, if you hadn't made sure that imposter followed the rules, the Chameleon would have been able to sneak in. You're always welcome here, son. I was so relieved. Good. Can we go inside now? Avengers Tower has the best video games and snacks in town. Well, that was fun. Thanks to all you for being great listeners. Hey, look, it's time for your training with Cap. See ya!
You're just in time. Are you ready for training? Perfect. You know, training is one of the most important parts about being a superhero. We have to keep our minds and reflexes in tip-top shape, because you never know what's going to happen on any mission. All right, you ready? Let's do it. All right, let's get started. So first, we're going to warm up with a super run, okay? The trick here is to keep your knees high and move your arms with your knees, just like this. So it should kind of look like this. All right, you want to try it with me? Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right, perfect. You guys are looking great out there. All right, for the second move, I like to call them Asgardian lifts. Now, you guys know my friend Thor. So we're gonna take Thor's hammer and we're gonna lift it up and back down, and then up and back down, just like that. All right, let's see what you got. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, for the third move, we're gonna do smash punches. So you turn to the side and punch down, just like this. All right, let's see you try it. 1, 2, 3. All right, good job out there. All right, number 4, we're gonna do panther blocks. Just like my buddy, the Black Panther. All right, you're gonna go and block someone else's punch. All right in front of your face. Just like that. All right, let's see it. 1, 2, 3. All right, good job out there. Now, for the last one, I'm gonna teach you Hydra jabs, okay? So we're gonna jump in the air and land, and then 5 quick punches, okay? All right, let's see what you got. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. All right. So, we gotta make sure everyone hydrates before the real test. So meet me back here in just a little bit, and we'll get started. Welcome back. Everyone got their water? Ready to go? All right, let's do it. We're gonna start with super runs. Go! Whew, all right, good job. Number 2, Asgardian lifts. Ready? Go! All right, good job. Number 3, right away, smash punches. All right, next up, panther blocks. Ready? Go! All right, good job. Hope you're hanging in there. Last one, Hydra jabs. Ready? Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. All right, 2 more, you can do it. Last one, finish strong. Oh, all right. Even I'm tired after that. But you guys did great. You've officially completed your training. I'm proud of each and every one of you. But now don't run off too fast, because I got a little surprise for you. On behalf of myself and all the other heroes, we would like to make each and every one of you an honorary hero. So repeat after me. I promise to be brave, kind, true, and to always help others in need. Very good. Now, each and every one of you are honorary heroes. Goodbye for now. Until the next mission. Captain out.